case you don't want the peppermints.
We are live. We are live. Welcome to Bakers and John Jeffers. For those of you that don't know, the other day was, what was it, yesterday or the day before?
Yes, Sunday.
Sunday was their 49th anniversary.
Hey!
Congratulations, congratulations.
And now we'll move on with stuff on the agenda.
Well, that was important.
Yeah, I thought so. You want to cover the numbers?
Sure. Well, the delinquency numbers haven't changed. Capital fund is 145,514. Depreciation fund total 104,656. Popular Bank is 101,174. Dam repair checking is 187,704. Total is 288,878.
Oh, agenda.
Had one that laying there. Had one laying there for him too.
Okay. Let's move on. You want to cover the PRL now?
Yeah, why not?
Speaking of the microphone.
So, what's going to go out in the October Echo this month, I think the board and you guys discussed it, but the club numbers will be based on operating income instead of the actual net income because it makes a little more sense. So, Penny got that done and updated all today, so that went out to the board. It'll be in the next the November Echo. I do want to go over, you have a copy of the October operating statement. I think that was sent out to all the board too. I just want to go over the year-to-date numbers at this point because we're 10 months along. On operating revenue, we're behind budget by 133,000, which is majority of that is the lodge revenue being off. New member fees were actually up on assessments and new member fees, so that's a good thing. Our new member fees have been running really strong throughout the year.
So does that mean the amenities fund will be bigger this year than last year?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But last year there was a lot of carryover, so.
And we don't know that number
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
A couple
just-
more weeks.
Okay.
I think without carryover, it was like 140 or 136 or something like that.
Last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions on revenues? Expenses, I assume the October subcontractors was paying for the MotoPay?
And probably, was that also including
Including the liners.
the liners and the pipes?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a huge expensive month for October, $169,000 between MotoPay, paving, and paying for the liners for the two lakes. Nothing else is terribly out of line. Payroll, we're actually pretty close. We're a little under on our payroll expenses. We're a little over on our payroll taxes, which I assume is healthcare costs. We'll have to note to budget that up a little bit next year. It's been running a little high all year. So for the year, our operating net income is $20,000 versus a budget of $184,000. Problem is that doesn't leave that much operating cash to fund capital and depreciation. So we have to keep looking for ways to save money going into the last 2 months here. Trying to think of anything else to point out.
20,000.
What? Down at the bottom. Flip the page over.
I did.
You're on the year to date.
I am.
Turn it over. There.
Okay. Thank you.
That's taken after taking out all the non-operating items.
Yeah.
So you got a different version or?
Yeah.
Penny had a mistake in her original version.
Oh,
Or did she send out, is that the one she sent out?
this was the one she sent out.
Maybe I got the old one. What number do you have?
Where it says 20, I've got 176,431.
That's it?
And yeah,
Maybe I got the old version.
Which then after you take out the capital fund and the depreciation, doesn't have us in the hole, I don't think.
Yeah, 176, maybe I grabbed the old version.
Okay.
So that's even better.
So we have the old version, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're allowed to all throw these at you.
She sent me a version, I thought that she said that, she got it correctly.
That's okay.
Anyway.
My staff members always do look.
So it's change there. Moving on.
So we were broke, but now we're not.
We're still broke.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was hoping.
So,
Well, the problem is the 176 doesn't really fund all the capital operating fund and depreciation fund that we need to fund.
But you're not allowed to be disappointed
So,
about the assessment increase.
no, that would be bad.
and you're certainly not allowed to share your opinion. Okay? Cool. All right. Next, let's move on to news and notes.
I had informed ODNR back before we did the pipeliner. They said okay. Then he called me, wanted the information on what was done, so I sent him everything we got from Granite Inliner. He called me back and said okay, that a letter would be coming here soon, letting us know that we, every 5 years, either at, before, or right after our 5-year inspections, we have to run a camera up and down through there, send them the zip drive to see what that looked like in there. I don't know why. I mean, it's got to look 10 times better, 100% better than it did before, but that's what he said. But he was okay with the pipeliner and everything, so.
Give me an idea what that would cost us.
Not very much.
No. Okay.
Too much.
Actually, there's a plumbing company out of Logan that would, for the cost of a service call or two, $75 or $100 probably come up and run a camera.
Well, I think Kevin Fleetman can do that also.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think he can do that.
Yeah, hey, I was gonna mention, Kevin,
Yeah,
I actually did it at our site.
and we had a problem with their septic. We had one group that has a camera and they do them all the time, and it was $90
Yeah.
to run through the whole
It just-
line.
I wasn't sure.
I think it's interesting that they require that now.
And I don't quite understand why.
Why wouldn't they do it?
Why wouldn't they do it
That's
before?
30 years old.
Because they knew that was
Yeah.
worse back then.
Yeah, I think the point is that there was actually a couple articles this last week about the state of many of the dams in Ohio, and the dam safety is trying to, was our friend Mia Kanick, who's now head of dam safety.
Yeah.
And so that they're just trying to be more vigilant and use the technologies that are there. Because they were talking about the dam that's over just the other side of Ohio Christian University at Hargis Lake.
Yes.
And E.W. Marion has some issues with it.
Pine Lakes was even mentioned.
Yeah, really, like that problems. So I think they're,
Was this like in a dispatch?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually, the second part of it, or whatever, was in this past Sunday's.
correct,
Okay.
okay, I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a pretty long article.
So I think that my expectation is they're just, looking at these more seriously.
Yeah, it just seemed a little weird that, we had pipes that, how old, 50 years? I mean, and they weren't doing anything
Right.
before. Now we've repaired them to like new condition every
Well,
5 years.
I checked the water levels on the big dam once a month. The first year I did it every week.
Yeah.
We checked them and everything was.
And you send that into them?
No, it's all, it's duly.
It's in log.
I have it in a log. I have it in a spreadsheet that I record the date and all the ratings. Right. So when they come, that'll, I'll print it out and hand it to them.
Yay for them. Okay, great. Club insurance?
Club insurance, they were in, last week. Our insurance went up by $4,000. I don't know what it went up last year, but,
And all of the liabilities and everything?
yeah, property went up $1,260, primarily because of our theft down at the maintenance building. General liability went up $241. Business auto, inland marine went up $1,615, which was the biggie because of the additional Toyota security truck. Excess liability went up 525. And, Director D&O went up 359 for a total of $4,001.
Okay.
Which is not really that bad. I didn't,
What's it, 5%?
I think it was 4. I think it was actually 4%. Yeah, it went up from 91,902 to 95,903. Healthcare. Actually, it wasn't.
Randy, is that an annual number? Do we contract for club insurance? Is that a multi-year?
That's an annual number.
It's a number, so it's calculated every year.
It's renewed every year, yeah.
Thank you.
Healthcare, and they were in last week also for the renewal. And, let's see where I'm at here. It went up quite a bit, and Penny was looking at it a little closer, and they had made a mistake. Oh, here, wait a minute, let's see. 2019 renewal here. 2018 renewal went up 8.2%. 2019 renewal went up 7.8%. So it didn't go up near as much or quite as much as it did last year.
What was it, 7.1%?
It went up 7.8% this year. So it was a difference about 4.4% from what it was last year.
What's that equate to in dollars?
Dollar-wise, our premium went up this year from $98,466.96 to $106,937.40. Now, that's where's my other page here? The employees pay 15% of that. So, they'll pay 85.
7.8%, we pay 85% of that?
Yeah.
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 They give you a breakout as to
every month is
why?
Pardon me?
Cost increase?
Healthcare always goes up. If we were
curious.
Yeah, if we were with Anthem, we'd be paying 30% more than we are now. Because we're self-funded. We saved a lot doing that.
And we were with these
We were with Anthem before, yes, and that's been, what, 6 or 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We're on
Yeah,
small,
probably
15
yeah,
billion.
that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, there's nothing we can do about it.
That's just the stop loss piece, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Not the total coverage.
Well, actually, that is the total premium.
The 106,
Yeah, that's the total premium.
we're self-funded, so
Yeah.
how do they figure that? We're self-funded, we pay out of the employee, the 5,000 we put in the employee insurance fund.
Right. Right. Yeah,
So is the 106 just the stop loss over and above?
It is the premium that we pay.
Hey, premium and stop loss
Right,
policy.
right. Yeah.
And when does that kick in at 10,000? Claims over 10 grand?
$10,000 deductible.
Wow.
Problem is, one life flight's 30 grand, so you have to have it. I mean, one life flight would bankrupt our.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like every other healthcare, I mean, everybody in this room's healthcare is going up every year.
Yeah, just.
Mine did.
Cost of living increase doesn't kind of match up these percentages.
No.
Well, the interesting part about that is that it didn't go up as much this year as it did last year because of our good record. So, we're staying reasonably healthy. Let's see, what was the next We did fill the custodian position, Leslie Sherry, who is a relatively new member.
How do you spell Leslie?
Shirey. Accepted that position. She hasn't started per se yet, simply because her pregnant sister, had her baby and she's caring for her for a little.
When does she start?
She'll be starting here anytime. I'm not sure.
Within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, next thing was the health department, mosquito report. Hocking County, Hocking County had 0 mosquito pools test positive for West Nile virus. However, Ohio had a total of 263 positive pools. We did have positive pools last year. This year we had none. They came in and they tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Did Fairfield County do that?
No, they didn't. I don't know if they didn't have the funds or what the deal was, but they didn't. But yeah, so that was really a good thing. And I think that was due to the dry summer we had. I had a wet spring, but a dry summer. It had a lot to do with it. And they will be coming back in 2020 also, unless we ask them not to. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't.
We want to test it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Request for expenditures, we don't have anything listed there, but I just have one question. Have we gone ahead and bought that T-mower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's supposed to be delivered sometime this week.
We'll make sure it gets out there. Did that,
You know that one?
that have to go to the board?
No, it's 15.9,
It's on
25. Yeah.
So the copy I read before I got here says 15,000, so I was gonna bring that up, so I'm glad you did. Over 15,000.
I was thinking it was.
I think it's 15.
Over 15's gotta be approved by the trustees.
I think so. 25 is the,
That's the
loan we
loan.
borrow.
That's the loan.
Yeah.
Pretty much without going to the members. So we will need to have, that put out by Mr. Patasson. Huh?
It's on the center. But it's much better.
Yeah, but is she doing the e-blast yet? Greg's still doing it, so. You wanna have Greg do that?
Yep.
Would you please? Thank you.
That's 15.9 plus tax. I can give you the total amount.
Have you read the check already?
No, we have not.
Have her move right
Or
over.
so, yeah, we have not.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
Wow.
Good thing I asked about that.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Let me see, we got the microphone issue, now over the 15.9. You're coming up on slide 3 here, brother.
A little distracted here.
Does he get ejected from the game or what?
He gets to go home. He got kicked out for the first half of the next game.
For targeting.
I did have these set up before the meeting started though, actually.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, barely.
All right, discussion item, sediment trap at the north end. I got it, when this agenda went out, I got an email from Sue. Lakes intends on putting in for amenities money to clean out the sediment traps in the north end. Based on last year's, I think what we paid last year, the actual was $1,916.
Something like that.
And so she's putting in for that. It was that low because when Downer got there, there wasn't near as much in the traps as what he thought was gonna be there, so hopefully.
Would we expect more after all the rainfall we've had though?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
think about all the rain we had the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it was almost even more.
much,
It was
yeah.
a record year, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was so much it pushed it
Are
out.
we gonna get them cleaned out this fall, or I
Uh,
thought we were gonna try to clean them out
Yeah.
this fall?
He's busy. He said he had a 5 to 6 week project doing a water plant someplace before he could even think about getting up there and cleaning it. So,
Can we clean that out during the winter?
sure.
Yeah.
as long as it's not too wet.
Yeah, that's what I would've thought, I just,
He
I mean, his equipment can go there, you know.
it'd probably be better if it was a little bit frozen
Yeah,
than just wet, so.
yeah.
Should we suggest to her maybe to increase that a little bit? If not, then it's gonna come back to us, won't it?
I'm gonna tell her to take it up about 10% at least. I would love to have it come in at the same price. And he treats us very well, but, you know, his charges are based on fuel costs and everything else, so.
Was just down on Mount Swingley Road.
I will
So
ask
I did work for
Sue
reasonable
to
prices.
raise that a little bit.
He's the
Were
guy
you here
who
when they
did
did the
all
dredging?
I'm sorry?
Were you here when they did the dredging?
Yes.
Yeah, that, he was,
He was living in,
in my front yard.
yeah,
yeah.
He was
Krieger too at that
He
time.
was sitting there at he was there at 7 o'clock in the morning, sitting out on this excavator. Jeez, Joe. I take him a glass of water down in the afternoon.
Contacted, Hocking County Emergency Management, people. Actually Jim contacted them, and then I made final contact. They're coming in to teach, to recertify, they're gonna retrain security. We've got younger guards that haven't had any training on first aid and AED training. They'll be in November 27th at 2 p.m., so we'll have to find somebody to watch the gates, Jim.
You said 11/27?
Yeah, 11/27, 2 p.m. And I asked him what the charge would be, and he said, well, do they need certification? I called our insurance company, they said they don't, so it'll be free of charge.
So just pre-plug training.
Pardon me?
We could just write up a certificate
Yes,
stating that they're
yes,
here and trained
yes.
us, would suffice.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, I was thinking that you pass a sign in the list.
Yeah, just do some sort of training record for it.
Yeah.
Day before Thanksgiving.
yeah.
I'll be in West Virginia.
I'll be here.
This next item, I've moved this off of here till later on in the meeting. The next item, gate repair letter, I moved that to later on in the meeting. That we'll talk about that. And then, buzzard and goose permit comes up again, and I just need approval from this committee to go forward with that. Then I'll have to take to the board to get the board approved. The buzzard goose permit, because it involves, shooting them, the buzzards and or geese, and then we'll have to get the board approval for that.
We've only had one person actually doing that, right?
That's correct.
And they're willing to do that.
I assume it probably is, yeah.
Then I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Without knowing anything about it, I assume that I'm fine with it.
What it is one person, we have a permit, we get a permit
It's a federal
to
permit.
take out so many of them,
Yeah,
again,
we
30
get
geese. and-
30 geese, 5, turkey vultures and 10 black vultures.
And the guy that used to sit in your chair, does it, and for the most part, keeps it on the down low so that
Right.
you don't have a whole lot of people. He picks and chooses the times when there's not, 400 people watching him raising Cain on Facebook about it, because some of them would, even though, if they think about it, we've got to reduce that number. Because they do.
We never gain on the number if that's all you're eliminating.
No.
Yeah, more than 30
it's
young
scary.
ones.
It's
No,
scary.
all you're trying to do is scare them away for a while, because they do so much damage.
Right. As far as the buzzards and turkey vultures, it's worked very well. Basically what we'll do, we'll take them down and then we'll hang them up in a tree, which deters the rest of them, and it has worked very well.
And isn't it the black ones that are just like god awful smell?
Oh, I don't know.
The black ones are actually invasive.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
What's that? They're invasive.
We're the northernmost extent of black buzzards.
Yeah.
But they are the ones, yes, that
Yeah.
regurgitate foul everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we approved it.
Yeah.
4-0, so.
We need to do that.
Yes. Yeah, but that program has worked very well. We've been doing that for probably 5 or 6 years now.
Is this attached at all to, you remember you were telling us about that herding concept?
That's the piece, yeah.
Right. Is that available to us, or do we have to permit ourselves to?
No, we could do that, yeah, we could do that. If we could come up with a way to do it. See, the way Lake Cable does it, they set up a fenced-in area, and then during the time when they're molting and they can't fly,
Is that like early June?
yeah. I think it's late June, early July is when I think it is.
So the ballpark could
Yeah.
be
That time. And then you
used
get
or something.
boats and you herd them in to, this fenced-in area. I mean, people take the boats and once they get them on land, they herd them in. Our problem is that they're all over the place. They're
No,
not
I mean-
necessarily just in the lake.
Yeah,
And,
but I mean, if you could take out a major chunk of them, you definitely are going to reduce your population because they breed in the same spot that they bred before. It's like in our code, there's 2 or 3 pairs that just you can see them. It's almost like if they tagged them, I probably could, they're the same 3 pairs.
So you have a name.
I haven't worked on that, but
I
I'm thinking of it.
have that same thing in my house. I have one pair that comes back every year.
Yeah,
Do they have to get permit to herd them up like that?
I don't think they do. They've got the permit. They've got,
just relocating, or are they?
yeah, they were relocated. Then they started,
We give them a bus ticket and
Terminating it.
yeah. then
They were getting lost.
Because this is getting so bad that,
Back to the truck.
ODNR is not having that big a problem with,
Giving out.
yeah,
well, this whole thing about them being protected is just,
yeah.
I mean, you go to places in Minnesota, they've inundated the whole community,
know.
it's horrid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's something we should just at least look into and find out.
Why don't you check with
Yeah.
Lake Cable, make sure that we don't need a permit,
Okay.
or whether we do, if we do, then we'll apply.
And then maybe they have a recommended program on how to deal with it, but, it's interesting.
I mean, who down here wouldn't enjoy being goose wranglers?
Have you ever wrangled with a goose?
Herd them in.
I've been chased by them on a golf course.
Well,
Well, we
basically,
had them at our facility,
Yeah.
and we had a hell of a time with them.
what they
attacking.
do, they chase them into these enclosures and then they just go in there and grab them.
Yeah.
And then they throw them in a pickup truck that's outfitted with some kind of cage. And then they transport them.
Well, if it allows us to move more of them out,
Yeah.
other than the 30 that we have a permit for, then
I mean, you might be able to clear, for instance, the lake. If you did a good job of herding them in with boats and,
Might be something to look at.
And
Like you say, if we can get a few more out of there, it's.
Well, the problem is we can't do anything in Kessler Swamp.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
they
Sure.
obviously the natural area preserve people can do something
Yeah.
that we cannot.
but, are we gonna cut down our population by half? Probably. I mean, if we're really successful at that herding, right?
Yeah, see, in the past, I mean, they've cut down their herds tremendously. They used to herd 1,000 birds. And now they're down to like 50 or.
Well, it's become to be a health issue and,
Oh,
Yeah, no.
you see that in the beach and the cart paths and everywhere. It's a
Oh,
health issue. You gotta do something.
I mean, but it's like that everywhere. And it just seems like the federal government just doesn't seem to care that that's the problem.
No.
You think not? Okay, whatever.
Were you speaking into the microphone?
Yeah.
No, they don't care. Kitchen generator, let's move on.
Well, we talked about this last meeting on me getting a price, to not, I mean, the kitchen stand-up appliances are pretty well covered. It's a walk-in cooler that's not on the generator. And since we lost so much there last year, when we had that power outage,
Back in June.
that's why I was asked to get some pricing. Well, I talked to Brandon about that a little bit, and he said, well, I'd really like to have the POS be on that, and the office would like to have that on that, because if Penny's computer is not on, they can't send out e-blast. So I wanted to talk to you folks and
Can you
see
get
that, pardon me? Yeah, see
Yeah.
exactly what we want to cover before I go get pricing. Also, the walk-in cooler is a three-phase system. So, I don't know if we could switch that to single-phase, three-phase portable generator costs about $5,500. That's for the generator alone, doesn't include transfer switch or any kind of, a labor to install that. That's not something we can do. If it was
I thought we weren't looking at portable, we looked at like a
Whole house or something.
well, that's
unit
where I
sitting
start.
outside.
That's where I start. Well, that
I
was,
mean, that'd be, you don't want to go hook it up every time.
well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why we'd have to get somebody else to do that. I'm just trying to find out what all we want to.
Well, I think you need to you don't need to operate the kitchen, but you need to save the food, save.
Yeah, the
office should be
the
office.
freezers and refrigerators, other than the walk-in, are already covered at this time by the portable generators that security comes up and starts up if power goes out.
Right.
We could leave them that way, or we could include them into this, but, POS in the office, I think, are a big deal. If we're gonna go to some expense, we might as well get them covered with the walk-in.
It's the advantage of the POS running, you're not gonna run the.
Yeah, you're not gonna run the kitchen.
You're not gonna run the
power
kitchen.
out.
But you're finishing up bills and all of that.
Yeah,
You're-
that's true.
You're not taking the power outage.
Yeah,
into
that's,
account.
that's gonna take a
That takes some minimal power.
Yeah, right.
I would think.
As
Okay,
long
so
as
the
the
office-
office down here.
I mean, your computers are gonna take up this much in comparison to the cooler, this
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
you know, I mean,
Three-phase walk-in. I can't imagine the office is using that much power either.
Oh, no, we don't. Just, if it goes off during the day, we'd like to be able to operate.
and to shut down appropriately.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's some sense to that.
The issue with that is separating those circuits, which is gonna be pretty expensive to do that and putting on a transfer switch.
Here's my recommendation on something like that is included in your bid, but have it phased in, meaning, you know, the two computer systems added to the option, of the cooler being taken care of, you know, step it up, but, you know, I would think it would be, very reasonable to do it that way, but break it into two phases.
Here's what it costs to run, operate the kitchen.
Yeah.
Essentials, and here's what it's got to add in the office and the.
Okay, so with that, are you wanting to put everything in the kitchen? I mean, all the appliances in the kitchen on this one generator? Because they're single phase. The walk-in is three phase.
I mean, how much is that gonna add?
I have no idea. See, that's what I'm trying to put together a program so I can
Yeah.
present it to the generator people.
I don't think we're having the ambition of trying to run the kitchen, it's just more of save
Save the food.
refrigerators and freezer. Be able to operate the basic essentials of the office is what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree, I mean, because I think when you take that step of trying to expand it to that and the pump and all of that, you're
I
talking.
looked at that before, it was $100,000 operation.
And that was 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you're just trying to have something that comes on, saves the food, saves
So
the
do we,
money.
so do we want to look at taking the stuff that we have on a portable generator now, put all on this one?
I think that
And then
would
that frees up the portable generators for
be portable application.
and security or whatever.
Well, security's got their own generator. Clubhouse has their own generator. However, the clubhouse needs two.
Yeah, that's the point,
The clubhouse is.
I mean, the portable generators will always have a
They're
use,
going to amenities for,
Right.
another generator.
Yeah.
to handle that.
but again, who knows what they're gonna approve, but that one likely, I'd vote for it, but
So basically, all refrigerated units.
Yeah.
Plus the office.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would always have an option at all of that and the walk-in or just the walk-in. that's what we're really trying to
Actually, the other thing is if we free up the portable, we could always figure out a way to, start the portable up and run the POS off of it for 30 minutes or something like that to close out bills and stuff.
Yeah, like you said, it's all depending on what circuits you have
Oh, I
to free
understand.
up. Yeah.
I understand. Well, POS, you could almost run extension cords in
Yeah.
one POS location and finish out everybody's bill. But, okay, so you guys,
So we're gonna leave the POS out or
I would
include
leave
it
it
in?
out. I don't think,
Do we have
Well,
a utility tractor
this
with a
is a-
PTO system on it that can sit up here and run?
Say it again?
Do we have a PTO driven tractor that could be used and set up here to run a generator? You could cut a lot of cost out if we use an existing piece of equipment we already have and just use a PTO power off a tractor to run. And the diesel's gonna run really efficiently and spin the generator. We might get more generator for less money than having one that has its own engine if we have a
Oh, you're
small
saying
utility.
use a diesel piece of
A tractor
equipment?
that has PTO
I
on the
understand.
back of it that we can use to spin a generator. I mean, we might get more, you're not paying for the motor, you're gonna get more generator that way.
the only problem would be,
who would, like, middle of the night, because we lose
Right.
power,
Yeah.
who's gonna go get the tractor and bring it up?
Right.
because if we have somebody come in and give us an estimate, it could be all, pretty much automatic, to where if the power goes off, this generator comes on, and all maintenance, all security would probably have to do is come up and hit a transfer switch or something, and.
Or nothing.
Or nothing,
Yeah.
yeah, so then, yeah.
Then
Just I'd look at that.
Well,
That's a good
It's just a
idea.
thought.
Yeah, I like that.
a lot cheaper doing it that way.
If we can get a bigger, higher KW generator and get more done with it, and not buy another motor when we have a power unit sitting there, it's, and you know, you could buy one of these,
Well,
you might just be able to leave it parked up here during January, February.
the other problem with that is
Warm months.
how you would hook it up.
Well, you just have to, you still have to put in
Yeah,
a box.
right.
You still have to wire the box in,
Right. Okay.
unless you got one big enough.
It's an interesting
Then it would
idea,
be
though.
just a total switch over.
You do a lot with PTO. As you probably well know. Okay,
Okay.
load limits.
I'm assuming load limits will stay the same as they were last year, February 1st to April 15th. And April 15th is sort of negotiable depending on weather. Okay.
Yeah.
And those are matching the dates of the communities around us, or
County roads,
county roads?
yeah.
They always go, I don't know when they come off, they sort of are negotiable.
Are the speed bumps coming out?
They're coming out
This
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. They almost got
11:15.
They almost got out this morning.
Well, yeah, usually we say 11:15 because we don't get snow, but.
So everybody's okay with 2/1 through 4/15 on the,
If that's what works, yeah.
that's what it did before.
Okay, you also asked me to get a pricing for an additional AED for the security vehicle.
Yes.
Now, I found one online, just like what we have, it was like $1,200. I went to Centos and had them price it out, and Centos is pretty expensive, but they sort of gave us a whole package here. For one like we have, which includes a cabinet, which they take that off, the respiratory kit, which includes the pads and everything, and then a soft carry case, would be $14.95. Plus, if they have the Life Ready 360 1-year package, which is a program management system, would cover everything, support, use and everything, would come out to be $1,846.84, which would also cover the rest of them. That was
Your existing
$175.
ones?
Yes. That would be a one year deal.
What is it after that for that protection?
Pardon me?
Did he give you a quote on the second year, what it would cost to have that?
That would be 3 years. He said it 1 year, but they cover it for 3.
We'll pay 1,800 the first year, and we don't have to pay anything the other 2 years.
Yes, correct.
And they're going to maintain, to what extent will they maintain a battery replacement and?
Well, for the first year. Well, yeah, for that year. Let's see, let me see how that is.
Yeah, easy.
No, that would not cover that. Would not cover battery replacements or pad replacements. We'd have to pay for that. Basically,
What's it
it's
cover?
AED compliance status, equipment and responder tracking, AED law center, and quick reference compliance map, downloadable, customized reporting. I don't know that we need this program.
I'm just, yeah, I think anything we do, we should start really looking hard at maintenance contracts and things like that. I don't know whether,
That's pretty much, yeah.
and
Now-
especially something like this is life-saving. I'd hate to see it fail because
Right.
we didn't have it maintained.
Right.
We really have.
Okay. The other part of this is they have a lease package. Lease package,
This is Centos also.
this is Centos also. Lease package, is $89 a month per unit. What this would do, this would give us 4 new units. Of course, it's 89 per unit, per month. And then,
360 a month.
yeah, and then, it would include, routine device checks, which they do anyway now for us. No charge pad replacement and battery replacement, which we pay for. No charge software upgrades, no charge loaner AED after unit is used. And then it would also include their Life Ready 360 AED program management. And that's $89 a month.
What do we pay now
For what?
for the AEDs that are here? Do we own them? Do
We own them. We own them.
So any
And he
replace
checks them every time he comes in.
to make sure they're operable.
They are operable.
But do they charge us anything?
No, no, he doesn't charge us anything for that.
But I
If
need some.
they,
Or they're not resistant, I mean.
right,
But if it needs a new battery,
yeah,
based on that audit,
right,
you get it and,
we pay for it, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this is the only,
But what's the cost of a life if we save it? You know?
Yeah, no, I'm just not
Exactly.
understanding where it's gonna fail for us though.
Yeah, I don't know, we have,
How many do you have currently?
we have 3.
One in the lodge.
One in the lodge, one in the clubhouse, and one in the guard shack. We're wanting one more. We could get one more. We could buy one more for $1,200. I found one just like we have. And they would do the same thing. They would still maintain them at no cost. I mean, they don't maintain them, they check them.
for
And
it.
then if it needs maintenance, we pay for the batteries, we pay for the
Correct,
pads or whatever.
correct, as we have done, as we do now.
Do you have any idea what a battery costs on that? Yeah, I do.
I mean, they can provide the batteries, or you can buy the batteries online.
Right.
Because I've done that before.
It's not significant.
Right, right.
Yeah, okay.
Big a deal.
Why do we keep one in security and not in the truck? Security.
It could be used one out of security and have it mobile in the truck instead of that security itself.
Yeah,
I'm just
we can do
wondering
that.
why we keep it at security.
Yeah, we could keep it.
You would think the intent purpose was if they needed it, they'd grab it and go, but if they're already out, then.
Yeah, they're already
See,
out.
that's the problem we ran into this last situation where this came
Yeah, they had to
out.
go back-
was
it's okay
they had
to
to
go back and get
it. I mean, we had the security guard go to the
We
scene
definitely are.
and he didn't have it with him.
You know.
And so he called maintenance to go get it and bring it to him. If he had it in the truck, I don't know, there's no reason why they shouldn't keep it in the truck, I would
For
think.
$1,200.
Why don't we do that?
I just don't know why we need it at security. It's not.
Yeah.
Get at the clubhouse and the lodge.
Well, member gathering. After you bring the gate down on somebody's car and they, have a heart problem, you'll know why it's there.
I'll have security.
There you go. It'll be sitting there because, well, it'll be up here because they'll be in training. Let's take the one out of the security shack and put it in the.
Makes
the
more
truck
sense,
out.
I think.
Okay,
Right
And
now.
For now, and
For now.
Unless somebody gives us a good reason, I agree.
okay,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You want it mobile and
right.
you're always able to contact, how many do we have?
3 to 3.
Clubhouse lodge.
And security, you can go grab one out of the clubhouse or the lodge.
Yeah,
No
no,
access to.
yeah, no, I just,
But this way, it'll be with
I
whoever.
can't imagine anybody coming to the security because they're having,
Me neither.
you know, so.
I'm with you. I think that's a
Yeah.
good idea. Let's make it portable. You know?
Well, that could happen. If
I mean-
there's something going on over at the shelter house and something happens, they would come to security and for that. That's just, of course, that's a big if.
Let's
Probably
table-
one thing to look at too, if we're gonna do that, and I don't remember, but we wanna make sure that if we do that, we wanna make sure that it's going to work. And if the fact that it's sitting in a security truck when it's cold, that it's not gonna do something, discharge battery, do something to the system itself. So maybe when it's cold, it might be something we have at the door and they grab and they go out unpatrolled and it's in a warm truck. When they come back, they can bring
It
it.
warns you. I think it warns you if the batteries.
I think it's keeping it in a warm area rather than just leaving it in the truck might be a
Well, that
good
would
idea.
extend the life of the battery, I don't. Yeah.
But-
It's
but-
back to, I'd hate to see us have it there and have everything go.
Well, but,
It won't work when we
but
need
the
it.
truck probably stays pretty warm, because they're out and about most of the
He's
time.
talking about
Yeah,
in
that
the
truck doesn't-
cab, but
That truck doesn't sit very long.
I didn't know how often
No,
they said
it
it.
doesn't sit very long.
Okay.
One person's usually out. So let's table
Okay,
the idea of purchasing,
okay,
and we'll take the one out of the security building, put it in
yeah.
the road truck, and
So
we'll go from there. Okay?
I have one last thing, was they have a pre-trial hearing scheduled for the, couple that stole our equipment out of the maintenance building. So they do have that person, that is scheduled for December 5th. And, the victim advocate, her name is Pat Siniga, has contacted me, actually contacted Randall. And then Randall told them to contact me about anything that was going on. So I called her, talked to her, I said, please make me the contact. And she said, do you want contacted there every time there's something going on? And I said, yes, please. So that gentleman's name, or that person's name, is Christopher McCabe, and with the accomplice who was the driver of Caitlin Inwood. And that Christopher McCabe, that name rings a bell. I don't know why. I don't know if he was one of the original ones that were
posted.
posted or not,
That sounds,
but it could be.
yeah.
But he may have been in trouble before in Logan that I just happened to see it in the paper.
But no known connection to here.
Not at this point.
Okay.
Now, I didn't get a chance to check, but on the list from the sheriff's report, I was thinking that he was one of the persons that was interviewed. If that's the case, he may be associated with a member's family guest here.
Okay.
So,
Anything
More
else?
to come.
More to come. Yeah.
Any chance of getting any more of our stuff back, or is that going for it?
they had recovered a string trimmer. We never got it back. Now, if we do get it back, it goes to the insurance company. We don't get to keep it.
Okay.
Because
We've
they've
already
already
replenished.
replaced everything.
That's all we had on the agenda. You got anything?
Yes, sir.
Dan, you got anything? Jim?
Are you all set up for the Boar Hill gate again this year with all the policies and procedures?
Yeah. Or they know what
We
the
also-
policy is.
We also now we've ordered the second aluminum gate, right?
We already have it.
We have two aluminum gates, so
Yeah.
that if one gets crashed up there,
Yeah.
maintenance without.
That's almost inviting somebody to run it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is now it won't take all hands on deck and, half of
Should
the
be easier.
northern part of the county to change it, so.
Good idea.
But our still plan is, make it no matter to open it.
They have to break
Get
something.
here, maintenance will get here, go out there and treat that, and then shut it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the first thing we treat.
That is-
Which maintenance usually comes in at, 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that, to clean the
It
roads.
just depends on
Right.
the weather
Yeah.
conditions.
So it shouldn't be open very long.
And the other thing possible too, I mean, think about it, if it's in a really bad ice storm, is we just keep it closed and tell people to go to the front gate.
Problem is they start down the hill.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Can't get stopped.
Yeah.
It's what bumper cars.
Yeah.
Okay,
May I have a question?
yes,
I saw this on Facebook, so I'm questioning how true it is. Regarding the reprogramming of the remotes,
yes.
someone said that it's easy to just reprogram your own anyway, so what's the big deal?
If they have
Is
to
it
know,
possible?
they have to know the
Take
code.
a little remote thing and reprogram it on their own? And somebody who has one that probably shouldn't have one, would they be able to do that?
They got the numbers.
If they got the code.
Yes.
they'd have to have the code.
Okay, how secret is that code? I mean, how possible is it that could happen?
It's a possibility, yeah, absolutely.
We gotta rely on the membership to understand it's a matter of security. And if we continue to give it out to contractors, because it makes life easier to let them in and out when they should be going through the front gate and getting checked in and out every day. It's gotta be a commitment by everybody that lives here and is a member here, not to give that out to everybody. Or we're gonna end
Well,
up
I
with,
certainly won't have the code, so I'm not gonna be able to.
well, exactly, but there's ways, people can find these things out, and, you know, it's not to inconvenience everybody, it's to make it better for everybody.
Okay.
And also to answer another question that was put on Facebook, no, we're not going to reprogram people's buttons in their car. Go for $10. Jim Sigafus will do it for $10.
Okay.
Per car. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. That, we're done then. And we have, executive session that we have to go into.
What about gate repair letter? Did you want to go back to that?
If we're gonna do that,
That's in executive.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.